What's up, YouTube? Coming at you live from the trading office. We're going to break it down, the top stock picks of the week. You know how we do it. Jump right in. We are on the daily chart time frame for all stocks that we will be reviewing, and we're starting with SPY. So last week, we get the break of the 200 EMA and then into consolidation. 3 days of ranging motion, not breaking support below 420. And then Friday on SPY, we get the gap down that totally reverses and breaks back above the 200 EMA right here. So it's breaking the downtrend trend line. It's breaking top side of this range. It did validate support at 420 and it reclaimed the 200 EMA. All of this is telling me to look for a top side continuation on SPY going into this week. And that's going to be a theme that we look at. A lot of stocks that were consolidating within patterns or at certain key points of support are now kind of breaking out. We're going to start to look for these continuations topside. So SPY is going to be a long idea above $432, 432, with the price target of 436 in mind. The reason why that's a price target is because it's the bottom side of this gap and it's the next major point of resistance that I see. Even if we pull a line back from over here at this support, it lines up nicely. So about 435, 436 is going to be the price target. Long idea on SPY above 400, 432. Next one on the watch list is AMD. I absolutely love this setup. It's been something that we've been paying attention to. So most recently here, you can see it. It's a pennant breakout pattern on the daily time frame. Held the 200 EMA as a point of support since reclaiming the $100 whole number, and then broke above the 50 EMA. So that being your dynamic level of resistance, as well as breaking out of the pennant pattern. This is kind of a big deal. If we pull this line back that I have drawn on AMD, well, we need to extend it. If I pull this line back, you see it lines up nicely with all the rest of this resistance previously, right? So this entire time, it has been making these lower highs until now. We break back above the $100 whole number, we break above this lower high here, and now we're starting to put in higher highs. So does this mean that AMD is reversing and pushing back up topside? Well, to me, it certainly looks like it, and it would make the most sense if we're getting a pattern breakout here to continue to watch for higher highs this week. I think that AMD absolutely should hold up above $104 for this to be relevant. Long idea this week above 108 for that topside continuation. Meta, META, next one on the watch list. Very similar situation to AMD and to SPY, where we just get this consolidation recently. You know, last week, kind of tougher to trade, but now we're getting that conviction move, that breakout move off of the $300 whole number, held the 50 EMA as a point of support, ran all the way up to highs of 316. So we watch for higher highs beyond this. Long idea above $317 on Meta. This should absolutely hold up the previous resistance as a point of support. Should not break back below 307, 308 area if this is going to continue from here. Next one on the watch list is going to be Microsoft. I'm not a super fan of this setup, but what I really like is that the old resistance at 310, which became support once at 310, has now validated most recently as support at $310. So it bounces off support, puts into trades into a pennant pattern here, and then you get the breakout on Friday. So you're seeing the commonalities between these setups, right? Just a lot of this ranging motion or pattern setting up that have started to break out. So now we look for the topside continuation now that it seems that we have directional confirmation. Long idea on Microsoft MSFT above $330, 330 this week. Next one on the watch list is PLTR. Not one that I would normally put on the watch list, but I like the setup. So remember that the longer that a stock consolidates for, the bigger the breakout or breakdown is going to be. PLTR has been trading within a range between $14 as support and $16 as resistance for well over a month, arguably 2 months here. And we're just now, we got the breakout one time, but it failed. We're just now getting the breakout again over $16. This candle, I wouldn't really count that. It's closing at 16. Wouldn't really count that one. But this one, full-bodied candle closing outside of 16. Yes, I think that we look for the top side continuation here. We're going to trade it safe, though. We're going to look for a break of 17. It's got a little bit of ways to go before it gets to 17. I think that would give us enough extra confirmation that PLTR is not going to fake out above 16 this time, but it absolutely should hold up above 16 if this is to continue topside. So PLTR long above 1.7. Roku, ROKU. Next one on the watch list. Now, I gave you this setup last week, and it didn't really validate. I said it was a long idea above 71. It did pop above 71. Candle didn't close above 71. And then it holds support at 68 for the rest of the week, still under 71, right? So this week, now we got the candle, full-bodied candle closing outside of 71 after this big downtrend here. I would say for about a month, it's just been downtrending pretty heavily too, with only one green candle there. We start to move into the consolidation. Now we're getting the hold of support, and then the higher highs finally being made. So we watch for topside continuation on Roku. I think that it needs to reclaim this 200 EMA to be relevant. Long idea this week on Roku above 73, above 73. Next one on the watch list is Tesla. I'm a little indifferent about this setup only because I feel like the other setups offer so much more confirmation, whereas Tesla, not so much. But what it is consistently doing is creating the higher lows and the higher highs. So we look for the higher highs this week or the lower lows on Tesla. We're not going to have a bias here. Short idea below $250. If Tesla cannot continue to put in higher lows, we take it short under the 250. Whole number for the move back down. Otherwise, we do look for the trend to continue, which is higher lows, higher highs. So we look for the higher high long above $264. Next one and final one on the watch list is Amazon. By the way, before I finish this review, press that like button for me if you've watched the video this far already. If this stuff is helping you out, if you enjoy the content, pressing the like button is the best way to support this type of work that I do. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, I recommend that you do so. I'd ask that you do so. It's free to do, doesn't hurt you at all, and again, just is the best way to support this type of work that I'm doing. Amazon, AMZN next one on the watch list here, held support at $124, is nearing the break of this downtrend, and there's a gap overhead. So our price target here for a continuation topside is going to be the bottom side of that gap at $132. We're looking for the continuation. Again, just like everything else, long idea, higher highs above 128. Maybe you might want to give it a little room here, long above 128.5, or even long above 129 would work. 128 is super aggressive. I'd probably go with 128.5 or 129. Again, just looking for the price target of the $132 price point, which is the bottom of this range, and also the 50 EMA there on the daily chart time frame. Thank you so much for your time. I hope that the review has helped you out. That's it. So quick review, SPY, AMD, Meta, PLTR, Microsoft, Roku, ROKU, Tesla, and Amazon. I believe that's it. Those are all the stocks that I will be watching going into next week. Trade safe, trade smart, trade your plan. Again, thank you for your time. Take care and enjoy your weekend.